He was attacked by two white men.
But at 16, the young black boy, John Chambliss, didn't want to die, and he fought, and he killed the two men, and he ran. So she wrote his story in her book entitled Finding Home, and she believes if you read the book, you'll find hope in the midst of today's turmoil. Finding Home takes you back to 1916 when John Chambliss was caught by two white men intent on beating him good. That was the last time John would see his family and home because he killed his attackers and ran.
In that era, there were young men who were displaced from their homes because of racism. Some just walked off because they were afraid, but some, like my grandfather, were put in positions where they had to leave. It was either life or death.
Jessica Sims went on a mission to find out what happened to her grandfather. His family in Forsyth County, Georgia, thought the Klan had killed him, but she eventually found the 6 daughters he fathered and their families, and learned that no matter where John Chambliss went, life was hard for a black man in 1916.
I actually put myself in my grandfather's place while I was writing this book, and there were times that I felt alone. There were times that I felt like he had been betrayed by God. There were times that I know that he felt like maybe a curse had been put on his life, because every city that he went to, there was something horrific that happened.
Jessica despises all racism, and she hopes your book spreads a desire to find out who you are, and when it's needed, to be able to forgive.
The Ku Klux Klan, they took the sheets off and they put suits on. So it's kind of hard to know who's friend and who's foe, but at the same time, we cannot hold all Caucasian people responsible for the ignorance that some display, or we're no better than they are.
A racist attack, changing an entire family tree, affecting the Chambliss family for decades. They really didn't know who they were for years. John Chambliss never found that new home that he was looking for. He was actually poisoned as a very, very young man when he had taken up with some gamblers.
What a story. Thank you, Dee. Well, some troops get their training